The world is too much with us by William Wordsworth. The world is too much with us, late and soon, getting and spending, we lay waste our powers. Little we see in nature that is ours. We have given our hearts away, a soldered bone. This sea that bears her bosom to the moon. The winds that will be howling at all hours, and are up gathered now like sleeping flowers. For everything we are out of tune. It moves us not. A great God, I'd rather be a began cycled in a creed outward. So might I standing on this pleasant lay, have a glimpse that would make me less forlorn, have sight of Brutus rising from the sea, uh, or hear old Triton blow his withered horn. Lines 1 to 4. The first line is an inescapable statement of strong opinion. The reader blanks straight into the deep end as the speaker declares that here is too much of everything, from money to things, and that as soon as we are able, when we are young, we are getting paid to spend, and even when we grow old, it's not too late to get spending. As a consequence, all this commerce, the daily slog for a wage, insistent business dealing, and so on is sapping the human spirit, because as we progress we leave behind our sense of awe and the wonder of the natural world around us. Wordsworth, living through the first industrial revolution, could see that people were sacrificing their energies and emotions once were on the treadmill of factory work. The speaker undebatably Wordsworth himself calls this a soldier born as a shameful gift. Works were often exploited by the owners who rich whilst the majority remained poor. To the both, this was distasteful and immoral. Lines 5 to 8. The first four lines command to deliver a powerful, if negative, view of society. There is dissipation and neglect of nature. Line 5, start of the second quatrain, brings the reader into contact with nature itself, not the enemy approach. As the poem progresses, the bare bosom, the moon, sleeping flower, symbolizing of the mother and the emotions. The speaker is looking out over the water at a time of calm, thinking of the ceaseless wind and of how we are no longer in harmony with the fundamentals of nature. The words moon tune are not for rhymes. Lines 9 to 12, line 9, forces the speaker's personal opinion that people are unmoved by the force of nature. So affected is the speaker by this sad fact that they called in a verge beginning or a touring began, revolting and taking succor from one of the Arctic began religions. The emotions of God, great God, suggest that Wordsworth thought Christianity powerless to stop the tide of materialism. The speaker would rather have the consolation of paganism and mythology to help all faith, the ban of separate loss, use of personal pronouns, and the immediacy of the present. So might I standing on this pleasantly is an open meadow, bring home the fact that this is happening now. Lines 13 to 14. The final two lines continue the theme began halfway through line 9. The speaker desires to see a return to the old times when people were in tune with the land and nature. Brutus from Greek mythology, the old man of the sea, takes different shapes and can be forced to product the future. Triton is the son of Neptune, the sea god, and has the power to climb the seas with his conch shell horn. Wordsworth must have been aware of the unstoppable growth of industry and mass productions. Like Black, his concern was for the future spiritual state of the people. His introduction of Brutus, the ever-changing, fertilely perfect ancient one of the sea, who knows all things, remind us of the sacrifice we all have to pay if we are out of tune with Mother Nature, not the five stresses, which means that this sonnet is metrically iambic pentamar. This rhythm is kept up more or less throughout the poem. Word, sonnet, and punctuations. There is only one use of engagement or by Wordsworth in this sonnet at line 9, which allows the flow of meaning into line 10. All the other lines are punctuated with the commas, semicolons, one dash, exclamation marks, and end stops, which demands a pause in the reading, especially in the first four lines. This punctuation interrupts and spins the rhythmic flow, which artists the reading but helps concert the mind.